What's up guys, it's Damien, and today I'm doing makeup. Here's some primer, put that on my face. Nice and good. I just want to say real quick, this was a really old camera that I was using because my current camera was in the shop. So the quality of this video is not going to be as good. Oh, there's some eyeliner. That was cheap, like $2 eyeliner. I wouldn't even recommend it. But, yeah. Ooh, that's me. Yeah, you'll see multiple times this video. I don't know what I'm doing. There's some regular eyeshadow. I just got Rite Aid for like $2. All I was doing was basically just using brown to fill in my eyebrows a little bit. Doesn't really make a difference, but I decided to do it anyway. Here's the Monster Liquid Latex. This is the big thing. So we're gonna stab that, and accidentally smells. And oh yeah, I spilled it a little. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a line down from my forehead to my nose. I was trying to do a line split down the entire face. So what you do is you take the latex and just paint it in a line, essentially. And it will get everywhere, I promise, and it will smell bad, but yeah, deal with it, my dude. So there it goes. So I was just painting, trying not to get it in my mouth. Yeah, I got it on my chin too. I was just trying to, oh, there you go. I was just trying to do a whole line, and then we put some on my cheek because I wanted to create like a gash sort of thing over there. You could pretty much put it anywhere you want to have like cuts or gashes or whatever like that. Just try not to overkill it, obviously, which I have a problem with sometimes. Here's tissue. So what you do is you rip off pieces so that they can perfectly cover wherever the liquid latex is. So as you can see, I put a big rectangle on my face. You have to rip the edges, because you see how I made little zigzaggy edges so that it can blend into the cut later on. And then you put more liquid latex over the tissue, just to kind of, you know, pat it down and keep it from going anywhere. If you go off a little bit, off to the side, that's perfectly fine because it dries clear, unless you get like the flesh-toned one, which I didn't. So it's perfectly fine if it, you know, you could tell. So at this point, I had put a couple of layers of tissue and liquid latex, and while I was letting them dry, I decided to move on to the eyeshadows on my face to create different, like, deadified colors and stuff like that. So I was mostly gravitating towards black. I did use some dark green, some brown, a little bit of purple, some dark blue, just to give myself some bruises. Red, too. Like, the most popular colors I used were brown, black, and dark green, because I felt like those were really zombie-ish colors. And at this point, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just sort of, you know, dabbing it and wiping it everywhere. Wherever you see fit, honestly. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Just wherever. The more the merrier. Well, not, like, too much, but, you know. So I was just basically, like, doing over the whole cheek that didn't have a gash on it, just so that it wouldn't look weird. And then I smudged around my eyes a lot, covering parts of my nose that weren't covered by latex. Yeah, and at this point, I was ripping holes in the latex because, oh yeah, I put my hair back. I was ripping holes in the latex because that's where the fake blood and black paint stuff is going to go. And then I was painting around the edges with the liquid latex so that it wouldn't, you know, come off. There's still a chance of it coming off because it's very fragile stuff, but at least you'll be better prepared that way. Here's fake blood. It was really cheap, like $3. I got it from Party City. You might want to look into better fake blood if you want like more realistic look, but this one I think was okay. So I started putting it against my real skin, and at that point I realized, uh-oh, I forgot to put foundation. So here we have me putting foundation onto a little blender thingy, and I was putting it over the liquid latex on my face. See, this isn't really 100% important because the fake blood will cover it mostly, but just in case it happens to show, you want it to look sort of like your skin. So at this point, you can see I'm starting to look kind of dead. It has like gray, black-ish colors on my face. Thick eyebrows. That was one of my favorite parts. And at this point, I started putting blood back on the brush. You hear me. Putting blood back on. I used it to start to dribble down my face a little bit. You'll see me keep tipping my head up so that the blood can realistically fall down my face and into the gash on my nose. I was trying to get it to pull in there a lot. Yeah, it was like falling off me. Yeah, I put some on the gash on my chin. I was saving the cheek for last because I felt like the nose was more important because that was going to be the one that people were noticing more. So you could see my face sort of looks broken, which is the way I was going for. Now, here's some black face paint. I just figured, why not? Let me just rip at it some more, cover over some more of the foundation. So I started smudging it all over my face a little bit, so you can see how it's starting to come together. I put some black on my chin, my forehead, pretty much anywhere that I felt was too plain is where I started to put regular black face paint, and it was Snaz. They're pretty cheap, they're like $5. It's nothing major. Yeah, so then I started dabbing more latex just to kind of, pat things out a little more, kind of smooth it over, because it was starting to peel up a little bit. So essentially, it's like glue. Now you can see I was peeling more at the gash on my cheek as well as my nose, so I could put more blood and stuff in it so that we can make it look like, my skin is actually coming off my face, which is, like I was going for, obviously. Yeah, you can see me trying to let the blood dry because it was definitely going to drip down and all over the place. It wasn't working too well, so you might want to use a hairdryer or something, but... So I started doing more, and you can see the nose kind of coming together now. It is a lot of work, I'm not going to lie, and it does drip all over the place. But if you have better quality blood, and you blow dry it maybe a little bit to kind of dry it quicker, it could work better. So I put fake blood on my fingertips, and I was just, smacking myself in the face with it, just to make it look like I have, like, finger marks and handprints on my face. Almost as if it's a zombie struggle sort of thing. So there we go, I expanded the gash on my cheek a little bit. I really like how the nose was coming out at this point. And then I just added some final things that I didn't really show. And I put some staples in it, because that's Zombie Kenny's look. And the quality wasn't really that great, so I added these pictures in there so that you guys could see more accurately how it looked. There is no filter on these pictures, they're just straight from my phone. So that's how it really looked. You can see it looks like a black hole with my nose. So that's pretty cool. And the blood really pops. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy that. And yeah.